Hey guys, and let's talk today about the small 24-volt battery. So this is it. This is the 24-volt lithium ferrum phosphate battery that arrived to me directly from JBD factory, the small assembly factory in China. I mean, I know the guys who work there. I've been working with them for a while. Their batteries are working in my main system, the 48-volt one. So and this time I need the smaller one, the 24-volt one for one of the power banks. So in this video, we'll be installing it actually in a while, just in a fraction in several minutes. But let's just do the overall overview. So this is the simplest, the very simplest battery that you can get, but it has exactly 8 cells in it, all in sequence. So we are getting 25.6 volts nominal, and I mean the working range is from 20 to 29.2, which is giving us 320 amp hours capacity, and of course the max currents are 200 amps. And I won't need that much. I will be using it for less because, well, that inverter that it's going to work with, it's only a 3.5 kilowatt one. So that's how it's supplied. I mean, the box overall is very simple. The packaging is perfect. I just removed it all. It arrived seamlessly, no issues with that. But I mean, the battery itself is there is nothing to show and nothing to talk about. You have 2 bolts, you have these kind of things, and the only thing you can do, you can just measure the voltage. And yeah, there is the application. Let me show you quickly how does it look like, because basically in this application you can connect via Bluetooth to these exact serial number of BMS. But unfortunately, I don't know for whichever reason, I don't see any parameters to be changed, or I don't see any parameters at all. But it gives me some error in Chinese, and I don't know what to read, and I don't know what it means. So let me contact the manufacturer provider. Maybe they will give me some hint. What does it mean? Well, anyways, so let's measure the voltage. Then I will show you the app. How does it look in the app, and the connection itself. Okay, so the voltage itself is 26.3 volts DC, which is the kind of good one for setting this to be like free, so to say. I don't know. And well, there is nothing to show here. So the application. And for the application, we need this Smart BMS app. And here you can see clearly that it picked up some 2 devices. First one is definitely not relevant here. So let's connect to the second one. And after connecting, it shows this kind of error. I don't know what does it mean. And I have no idea what it means, but apparently it's not working properly because it shows 0 remaining capacity and 0 SOC. But if I go to the Me tab, and if you will check the bound devices, you can definitely see that's the A4C1370829-3E. That's exactly the same number that we have on the side of the battery. That's exactly that same one, and that means that, I mean, that's the serial. So we are kind of connected, right? But there is nothing in the settings, even if I enter the password, which is 88s. Oh, come on. Sorry, I probably made a mistaken. Maybe I missed 1 8. Yeah, I missed 1 8. It shows nothing, right? So there are a lot of parameters generally in the application that you can work with, as we have seen previously on the bigger battery that I've been doing. But literally nothing, and literally you cannot see any voltage. But I don't know what was the error message that we had in the beginning. What you can do is you can tick the charging off and discharging off. So you can probably prohibit it from charging and from discharging. So we will check that one once I will have it connected to the inverter, because I need the 24-volt inverter to work with it. And we will check that. So maybe it will wake up once it has something to charge it on or discharge it. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Let's go for the installation site. And here it is, the place of the installation, the site. This inverter works already for about half a year. And these old gel batteries will be replaced with this new lithium ferrum phosphate one. I believe the cables will be enough for me. I will just have to ensure that the minus one is long enough, because as I see, the minus joint is on that side, which is not handy. I would love them to have been swapped actually, but not a big deal. The plus one will be used as it is using the fuse, because the fuse. I will give it a check. I have a spare one. Maybe I will use the spare one because the spare one has got slightly bigger current. I will have to check the specifications to ensure that it allows the inverter to work as per max capabilities it has. So, anyways, let me change this, and these will be removed and moved actually to another place to save one more apartment during blackouts and to work on saving some money, because right now we work from the batteries, so we are again charging with the night tariff, and then this really works. It switches off everything, and it doesn't work through the grid, because the grid is kind of weak. You see, to 15 volts, and this one produces, I believe, to 30, or how much? Where is the voltage? The output is to 30 volts exactly, strictly. So that's the inverter working through the batteries directly. And when night comes, it will charge the battery to the full. We will see how it goes. So let me do the swap. Old guys are aside. New big boy is set to work. 130 amp fuse, that's what I have. And the max charging for the inverter is 100 amps. It cannot go more. And for the discharge, it will actually never exceed the 130, I believe. It's actually impossible because this is the 3.5 kilowatt only inverter. And right now, I'm checking how it's charging. It's charging right now 1.6 kilowatts of power. That's what it can take into from the AC. And we don't have here any solar yet. I believe I will be mounting them additionally. That's a total consumption here at this exact moment, 1.964 kilowatts of power. And let me check a couple of scenarios, and I will put it back to work using the night tariff, as I'm telling you, which is half the price than the day one. And it will continue working more seamlessly. And right now, if any blackout happens, this apartment will be blocked and safe for up to 2 full days, so up to 48 hours, I believe, with this one single battery. The $500 one that you can buy easily on Alibaba, I'm giving the links in the description, so you can check them on your own. You can get a bigger, you can get a smaller, whatever one you need. I mean, every application is different, and there are no similar setups, so you have to check the one for yourself. Yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and that will be it for today. Follow up and sign up and follow me actually for more.